Welcome back to Strassenfest Live here on WBDC and WJTS 18 television. We're very happy to be joined by Becky Hickman, the Queen's Pageant Coordinator, and our Queen this year, Mallory Humbert. Ladies, good morning and thanks for coming by.
Good morning. Good morning, Kurt.
Becky, another great pageant, great contest. Just talk about how things went out there on Saturday night.
I was very pleased with how everything went Saturday. Kurt, you know, there's a lot of people who come out and make it happen, and I'm just really thankful that they do. And we had 11 very
11
excellent candidates this year, and so the judges chose Mallory.
Yes, and we'll get to Mallory in a second. Becky, what goes into the contest? A lot of people go out there that night and see what happens. You can talk about what happens that night, but there's a lot of other preparation and a lot of other steps that go into the contest, isn't there?
There is a lot of preparation that goes in before we bring the girls together, and we have a photo shoot at McCarty Studio, and that photo is used for the newspaper. It's used on Strassenfest.org, and then the judges use that to select Miss Photogenic. Then we have a rehearsal where we just kind of practice interviewing skills, and there's about 8, and the girls also volunteer 8 hours in the community. So they pick their nonprofit organization, and then they spend 8 hours volunteering. And then we record a video on that community involvement, which the judges use. So overall, Kurt, I want to make sure that what the people see that night, they see just a piece of what the girls do in order to prepare. The afternoon, they spend 5 minutes in an interview. They've already spent 8 hours in community involvement. They've recorded that community involvement video. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. And
then you've been doing this for a while. I'm sure you enjoy it, or you wouldn't keep on doing it. I know it's a lot of fun for you, isn't it?
I do. I enjoy it. I love to see the girls, you know, when we start interviewing, and then by the end of the night, it's just like their confidence level, their presentation, and it helps them in their future. You know, whenever they have to sit down and have an interview for their job or their college, they know what's going to happen. They're prepared.
Mallory, congratulations. I know it's a big thrill. Who are your parents?
My parents are Glenn and Cheryl Humbert.
And you go to school, and your major?
I'm majoring at marketing at IU.
Great. You thought Becky told you that I was a Purdue guy.
Yes, I was a little nervous
and that couldn't
about
be
that.
any further from the truth, so now rest assured, you're in good company. When they called your name on Saturday night as the winner, what was that like?
It's really indescribable, but I was just so nervous, and then I told myself to calm down and just let whatever happens, happen. So I'm glad that it turned out well, and it was just definitely really exciting. The moment was a blur, but definitely very exciting. You
know, something like this isn't for every young woman or every girl. What made you decide to throw your hat in this ring and want to be in the Strassenfest pageant?
Well, I've actually been wanting to do this since I was a little girl. So now that my time finally came, I was just ready, excited. Something like this is definitely what I really enjoy to do. And, you know, like Becky said, it really helps with gaining confidence and poise. And so I knew that it would just be a good overall experience, and it's been great.
Becky talked about the different parts of the contest and the pageant, going back to the preparation. What was that like, and what was some of your favorite parts that you enjoyed as you went through this process?
Well, yeah, we did have a lot of different things to do before the pageant even came. So preparing was definitely a little stressful, but also helpful, very helpful, to be able to just prepare yourself and be ready. And it was great to have all of our different segments of the pageant. Like we had an interview, and then we came out with our interview suits on during the pageant. And we also had a modeling portion with donated clothes from Just Whimsy for the evening. So that was really fun. And of course, evening gown was always, you know, a crowd favorite, and the girls really enjoy it too. And having that onstage question, it's something that's really helpful for us, you know, helps us be able to talk in front of the crowd and be used to saying what comes to our mind when someone's asking a question on the spot. So
you went through the interview. What was that like, and what are some of the things they talk about during that interview process?
The interview, it just flew by. I couldn't believe it was done when it was. But they just basically asked me, you know, why do I want to be Miss Strassenfest, and what would be my responsibilities if I did become Miss Strassenfest. And other than that, they asked me about just myself, and they had an application to look at, so they kind of asked me about my favorite movies, favorite foods, things like that.
What was your question on stage that night?
They asked me if I think it is better to be a leader or a follower. Which do I consider myself to be and why?
And what was your reply?
I said, I think it is better to be a leader. Although both leaders and followers are very important, a leader is the one who influences others with their ideas. I would consider myself to be a leader because I truly enjoy having the opportunity to positively impact others with my decisions and actions.
And I know the process and the pageant the other night was a lot, and you probably were pretty tired on Sunday, but now your responsibilities are just starting.
Definitely.
What are you going to be doing at the fest, and what do you think you're going to enjoy the most about being the queen this year?
Well, starting off with opening ceremonies, they're tonight at 6:15. I'll be both introducing myself and the court and giving a little speech on what it means to me to be Miss Strassenfest. And then just throughout the week, I'll be at most of the events, handing out awards, participating even, and just making an appearance, being around the community so that everyone can see the Strassenfest court and be able to enjoy that.
Well, Mallory, you're going to do a great job as a queen. Congratulations, and thanks for
you.
coming this morning. Becky, I know that you like to run down the rest of the court or the rest of the, do you have the runners up and things like that?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and
sure.
do that. I know you like to do that.
Thank you, Kurt.
Okay.
First runner-up and Miss Congeniality is Hannah Vollmer. Second runner-up is Kendra Kern. And then Miss Photogenic is Kimberly Godey. So you'll see all those wonderful ladies down at the fest with Mallory. I also want to just say thank you to our pageant sponsors, if I might, Kurt, quickly. Dysinger Jewelers of Jasper, Nancy Bear Trucking, Chocolate Bliss, Flower Stall Hearth and Home, Tri Kappa Sorority, Mary Kay Cosmetics, Kim Messmer, the director there, Just Whimsy, Maurice's, Hoosier Business Machines, Finishing Touches, Robert McCarty, Picture Perfect, Shelley's Unique Boutique. And I want to say a thank you to Fred Ralston. He always comes out and takes care of all the technology, and he's a big help with the Miss Strassenfest. And Darla Blasey and Donna Stimley.
All right, Becky, once again, thanks for coming by. You did a great job with the contest. It was very well liked, and you all did a good job. So congratulations, and have fun this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, that's Becky Hickman, our Queen's Pageant Coordinator, and Mallory Humbert, our Queen for this year's Strassenfest. Stay tuned, we'll have more Strassenfest Live right after this.